Hello, and welcome to my tutorial about Facebook privacy. The concepts that I'm about to show you shouldn't change much, but the steps may change if Facebook update their program, so just try and concentrate on the concepts themselves, even though some of the buttons might change. At the end of this session, you should be confident that only the people that you want to are able to see your Facebook details. Now, let me remind you that this tutorial is online on the Heads Seniors Computer Club webpage, so you should be able to watch this at any time. Firstly, there are two things to remember, only two things to learn. There's one is about you and two is privacy settings. So we're going to look firstly at about you. In Facebook, if you click on your name, you will go to your timeline page. On your timeline page, you will see information about you, what jobs you might have had in the past, where you went to school, where you live, all sorts of things like that, and that's called your about information. To update that, you click the button on the top right there, as you see, called Update Info. And when you do that, what you see is, this has been blown up a bit, but you'll see sections like this on work and education, another section on friends. So in this section, the most important thing about privacy is to look on the right hand side where my lightning bolt is pointing to those two images there, people, and the little arrow which is next to them. Also notice before I change this slide that on the second job there's also an edit button which can allow you to click and change the actual details, but we're just looking at the privacy at the moment, and you'll see that when I click on that arrow I get a drop down message box which tells me with a tick what I have selected, so that means that only my friends can see my job. You can change that so that nobody can see your job with the padlock, only me, or you can customize your settings and add individual friends to that. But what you don't want to do, of course, is have the top one public. Leave that one out because that means everybody can see your information. Now it's very important that whenever you make changes to the information with the edit button, from each section you must click Save Changes. Then after you have finished editing it, you click the Finish Editing button. Well, that wasn't hard, was it? That's the end of part one. So I can pause now for any questions that you might have. Part 2 is about privacy settings, and we're going to make sure that all of your settings in Facebook are only known by the people you want to know. So that's where we go to from here. First thing we need to find on our top menu bar is that little cog. Okay, the little cog on the right hand side. So when you find that little cog and you click it with your mouse, you get a nice little drop down menu. In that menu you locate the settings. Go right down the bottom there, you see settings, and click on the settings. When you do that, you'll get a screen with a number of different account settings coming up. What we want to do is choose the privacy one with the padlock. You see that? So you click there on the privacy setting, and next you see privacy settings and tools with 3 different sections. So we're going to look firstly at the first section, who can see my stuff, which means who can see future posts and who can review posts that you've been tagged in, and you can also limit the audience for posts that you've shared with friends in the past. So first of all, I'll show you how we do it with the edit button. So you click on the edit button on the right hand side. The edit button shows you, again, a list you're familiar with, what sort of people can see your future posts. We don't want the public to see it. Usually you probably just have friends. There's sometimes an option of friends, but be careful because you don't know some of the friends of your friends. Only me means that only you can see it, which is not a good idea if you want to share your posts with other people. Or you can create custom lists again, which I've done, as you can see there, called close friends. So I just added the people that I want to see my posts to close friends list. The next two sections are who can bother me, and I hate being bothered, so this is what we do. Who can contact me? Who can send you friend requests? Well, you can only, your friends are already friends, so not much point them sending you friend requests. Friends of friends can do it, or anyone can do it, so I limit mine to friends of friends. Also notice that whose messages do I want filtered in my inbox? Who do you want to send you emails or messages? If you have strict filtering like I do, it just means only friends can send you messages. Now the most important part is who can look me up, because if you don't change this setting to friends, it is public and everybody can look up your email address and phone number. Lastly, do you want search engines to link to your timeline? No way. That means that Google or Yahoo or whoever you use, 9MSN, they can find your posts when people search for them. So you don't want that to happen. Definitely not. Okay, let me remind you again, this tutorial will be online at the HSCC website for you to review anytime you want to. And just remember, in the end, you can't escape setting your privacy settings to keep you safe online. Thank you very much.